My name is Hung Park and this is project number 3 for group number 4 on CS424 Visualization and Visual Analytic course. The purpose of this project is to create a visual form of the UFO sighting data from January of 2001 to December of 2010. On the left panel, we have the filters users can select to see the data in the form they desire. First, we have the shapes, such as circle and sphere, which we thought was similar, and we have combined them into one single shape category. By clicking on them, we could see the shapes of circle and sphere that has been spotted across the US in yellow spot form. By clicking on something else, such as cigar, cylinder, and rectangle category, we see another different color that is in maroon reddish color that appears in the map. Next, we have the airports. By clicking on the airports, we could see the airports icon and also where they are located in the US. And as you can see, we have a lot of airports near the coast area and even in Chicago. There's also a military base, which is in form of white tank symbol. The purpose of all these airports, military base, and weather stations is so the users can see where the airports and military bases are located and how the sightings are possibly related to those locations. And here's the weather station. And as you can see, we could see a small proof where there's a lot of density of airports and military base. There's also density of sightings that could have occurred. And in order for users to see this more clearly, we have added a clustering map where users can clearly see where the clustering of the UFO sightings has been seen for these spheres and the cigar, cylinder, and rectangle category of shapes. Next, we have a density map. And by clicking on the density map, we see the densities of the population, and by taking the filters out, we could only see the density map. By zooming in for a little bit, we could see the Chicago where there's a density of populations, and here are the legends to let the user know what the colors are related to. And by clicking on the spheres and sightings, we could see that in the density area we have a lot more sightings occurring. Next, we have on the right side an info panel. First, we'll select some shapes together, and as you move around the mouse, you could see a white highlighted sightings where you could click on them and see the data on them. And since there are 14 sightings in this one location, by clicking on this arrow, you could traverse through the sightings and then see the more data, such as description and the nearest state, military base, airports, weather stations, and the summary of how the data was posted online. We'll talk about the charts on the right side panel. We have the time of the day, time of the year, population density, airport distance, military distance, and weather station distance. And with the distance, we could clically see the closer you are to the airport or to the military or the weather station, the more sightings have been occurred. Clicking back the sightings to see all the sightings. And by clicking on the movie feature we have on the bottom screen, we could traverse through the movie and see where the locations of the sightings have been occurred throughout the month. We could see the moving bar that will move throughout the month, and you could also pause it and move around the date of only which date the users desire to see, and even the time. Play back the movie. And this was our project for project 3 for CS424. Thank you.